I started working.
Okay, well,
Mm, and well,
it's a lot of things, no? Like work, baby, still, be a mom, well, all of that, right?
yes,
Mm. Okay, Lau, very
it
good.
is different when you have a job. Yes,
Of course, it's kind of different, right? But the money always is a good thing to receive, no?
yes,
Mm.
of course,
Mhm.
for sure.
Okay, Lau. And Nico, how are you doing, brother?
Uh, a very short week because I have a lot of work. In my company, we have new products and we launched this week.
Mm-hmm.
And anniversary, and we have a lot of things to do in our area.
Okay, 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 no worries. Well, guys, fortunately, I am not like a toxic teacher, so don't worry, take your time, solve your things, work everything out, organize your time, ready? And whenever you are ready to come back, I will be here for you. Don't worry, yes. Okay,
The
very okay, Lau, you too. No, it's same for you, no? Like just work everything out, and whenever you are ready, I'm gonna be here for you. The important thing is that you don't leave the process here because we are about to start the last 2 months. We are going to finish in November the 24th, I think. So it's only 2 months more, and you will be free, right? So and you will be free and with a finished course of English, no? So that's something good. Bueno, guys, so last class on Tuesday with Camilo and with Jennifer, we worked about the feelings that we have regarding different things. So we were working on how do we feel regarding different things, right? Especially other situations. And they told me, for example, what they feel like regarding things like extreme sports, like waiting for people, like different things, no? Camilo, it's okay, no worries. Tranqui, Camilo, no te preocupes, don't worry, man. So in that case, we were working on that, and then they told me like, how do they feel? But we realized that we can do these things using a lot of different connectors and different words or different adjectives that we can use. So, for example, in this case, we have different behaviors: impunctuality, irresponsibility, procrastination, irreverence, and self-sufficiency. No, entonces what is your stand? What is your opinion regarding these, how do you say, these feelings or these behaviors? You don't mind it? It's fine for you? Or it's something that it's infuriating for you? So, for example, when the people is unpunctual, I don't like it. It's really infuriating for me. But what about you? Is it infuriating for you or you don't mind it?
Yes, the same. I bothers when the people is impunctual in specific with a date or we when we ¿cómo se dice? Como los dos estuvimos de acuerdo, como
When we agree on,
we are agree with a hour or a specific day.
okay, on a specific time, sí, muy bien. Agree on siempre lleva la preposición on para decir como estuvimos de acuerdo en tal cosa. Entonces, we agree on a specific time, ¿no? So, muy bien, that's great. Okay, Nico and Lau, what about you?
mm, yes, I agree. When people are in punctuality, eh, eh, bugs me
Yeah, you could say
or
bothers you.
bothers me.
Bothers me.
Bothers me.
Yeah,
Bothers.
exactly. Yeah. So in that case, well, the normal way is to say it like, okay, it bothers me when the people is unpunctual. Fine, that's it. Or it's very infuriating. Infuriating, it's like enfures. How do you say that in Spanish? Enfurecedor. See, is it that
Sí,
right?
qué enfurecedor.
Okay. So it's really infuriating when something happens, and that's the common way. But sometimes we can do it connecting to two different relative clauses in order to describe what we feel like. So, for example, I would say that, wait, what I really hate, for example, especially when Camilo said, what I really hate, or what really bothers me, sorry. What really bothers me is people who are unpunctual, even when we, as he said, even when we agreed on a specific time, no? So in that case, we are using, it's the same idea, but the idea is that we can make it a little bit longer, no? So what really bothers me is people who are unpunctual even when we agreed on something, right? Just connecting ideas in order to give more details about your opinions about something, right? Bueno, but that was the topic of the previous class. Today, we continue talking about our feelings about something, but something a little bit more specific. What would you like to change from your life? The past or the present? If you have the opportunity to change, you said, I give you the opportunity to change one moment of your life. Would you like to change something of your past or would you like to change something of the present? What do you think?
Something in the past.
Something in the past, especially what would you like to change now?
Oh my God, no. Help me, help me.
I don't know, for example, if I had the opportunity to change something, of course I wouldn't change my present. My present it's really good for me. But I would like to change a lot of things of my past. For example, I wish I hadn't lost my dad because I lost my dad when I was like 8 years old, like 25
Yeah.
years ago. I lost my dad. So that's one wish that I had, but it's about the present. So I wish I hadn't lost my dad. That's what I think. What about you? Is there a moment that you say like, I would like to change it?
I wish I hadn't a fight with an aunt.
Why did you fight?
Hmm, many things. She works with my mom and she works my mom's house
Okay.
and I used to live with them and so we have um every day we have problems or fights about everything, the convivence.
Yeah, living with people
Hmm.
is difficult, right?
Yeah, like vaya comprar el mercado, vaya
Grocery shopping.
the grocery shopping or I don't know the washer machine or something like that.
Yeah, like the daily chores, not the daily stuff.
Yeah, those
Uh,
stuff. Yeah, those
uh-huh.
stuff.
Ay, my God, so difficult. Bueno, Lau, thank you so much. Nico, what about you? If you had the opportunity to change something, would you like to change something of the past or something of the present?
The past, maybe that is a fun fact. I wish I had paid more attention to in English classes at the school.
But how come if you have a very good level of English? What? You have a good level, no? I think that you have a pretty good level.
In the present, yes, but because I take a lot of classes in different things, I spend more money. In the past, we only need to pay attention,
True.
and maybe I prefer other things when I've been a teenager.
Okay. Yeah, by the way, when we are teenagers in the school, we are focused on everything less in the school, right? That's the less thing that we are thinking about. Mm. Okay, Nico, thank you very much. Mrs. Jennifer, how are you doing? Are you at home?
Hello, teacher. Yes.
Okay. Here, if you had the opportunity to change one moment of your life, would you like to change something of your past or something of the present?
Uh, well, teacher, I would like to change something from the past.
Okay.
Uh, um, when I finish my pregrad,
undergraduate.
my undergraduate, I didn't uh, do my specialization.
Mm,
I did a diplomado, but
uh-huh.
no, the specialization that is more important.
Of
Right
course.
now, I with that title,
Uh,
bueno, título,
title.
eh, I could earn more money
Okay, okay.
with that, but don't have for that reason, and I didn't. em, bueno, no lo he hecho a lo largo de estos años tampoco,
I
porque
haven't
compré un
done it.
apartamento. Yes, I haven't done.
I
Yes,
haven't.
teacher. I always remember that, and I want to cry.
Okay, okay. I know, though. No. You still have a lot of time. Don't worry, Jen. We are young still. We are 32 years old too. Are you?
28.
20. And oh my God, you are still young. When I was,
I think.
say, I swear, because when I was 28, I started my master degree. I finished
Ah,
my major when I was 22 years old. And I didn't study it right away because I was tired of the university, so I stopped studying. But I was not supposed to take so much time. But I took 6 years. And after 6 years, I started with my magister degree. So I finished when I was 30 years old, I think.
okay. I hope to. I will do the other in the next year.
Yes, of course, you still have time, don't worry.
Yes.
But
Thank you,
remind me.
teacher.
No, no, thanks to you. Well, good. In that case, that wish or that change is kind of both, no? Because it involves the past, but also involves the present. Because then you said, if I had that title, I would have a better salary. I would earn more money. So it kind of involves also the present. Well, now in this case, we're talking about hypothetical changes, no? Because we are just imagining these things, right? It's only an unreal situation. It's not possible to change our past. Our present maybe, but nevertheless, these are hypothetical situations, hypothetical imaginary conditions that we are thinking of, right? So in this case, guys, what we are going to talk about is something that it's called the subjunctive. Ready? The subjunctive, it's something that we use for hypothetical situations. And it's something that we have seen before in structures like, for example, the second conditional. That we say, ah, yes, teacher, the one that we use with would. Yes, exactly. The one that we use with would, right? In that case, we use would because it's something hypothetical, imaginary, but it's something hypothetical about the present, right? When we have an imaginary situation about the present, we use would. That's the common thing. And then we say, for example, ah, see, if I won the lottery, I would buy a new house, for example. It's an imaginary situation, but it's an imaginary situation about the present. So that is the subjunctive for the present on real situations. But if on the other hand, we have a hypothetical situation, but that hypothetical situation is about the past, then we're going to use would have, right? We said, ah, ojalá hubiera hecho tal cosa. Ojalá hubiera hecho tal otra. Habría hecho tal cosa, right? Then when we use would have, what we are really using here, it's actually the third conditional. Yes? But that is what we know as the subjunctive of hypothetical situations in the past. No? Now, we have seen that the second conditional in the consequence part works with would, and on the other part works with the verb in past. So that's why we said, ah, if I won the lottery. If I won is the simple past of win. So that's why we use the simple past because it's the hypothetical situation. But when there is a hypothetical situation in the past, we don't use the past. We use the past perfect. That's the verb tense that we are going to have for the third conditional, the past perfect. So that is why we use it like, okay, I wish I had paid more attention. I wish I hadn't lost my dad. I wish I hadn't fought with my dad, right? So Depending if we are working on desires about the past or the present, we're going to have different structures, but it's kind of strange because I'm going to explain why. When we talk about the subjunctive for the present, actually we use the past. So it's kind of strange because we say, okay, the verb in past, but why? If we are talking about the present. Well, remember that it's because it's a hypothetical, unrealistic situation. So as it is a subjunctive, we are going to have it in simple past. And if it's a hypothetical situation or wish about the past, then we use the verb in past perfect. O sea, had plus the verb in, oh, sorry, plus the verb in past participle, right? So this is going to be accompanied in different situations. Sometimes, for example, of if, when we use the second or third conditional, yes, we said, see, if I, wait, if I had a lot of money, a lot of money, I would, I would buy an apartment, for example, an apartment, yes. Good. That is a condition. It's a hypothetical situation, and we started with if. It's the conditional. Si esto pasara, then I would do this, right? That's it. In the third conditional, it's a little bit similar, but we start, we'll say the same with if I, but then it's very past perfect, no? So we said, if I had paid more attention, if I had paid more attention in class, as Nicolas said, yes, I have, I would have saved money because he had to take some courses because he didn't pay attention in class. But if he had paid more attention in class, then he would have saved more money, right? This is the same, it's the subjunctive, just that in this case we're using as a conditional. But we can also describe it as a wish, as we did it before. And when we describe this as a wish, we have two expressions. Well, the first one is using the verb wish, which is the most common one. In that case, we use two subjects, the subject that is wishing and the subject who the wish is about. It can be the same subject or it can be a different subject. For example, most of us make wishes about ourselves. For example, I wish I. I am the subject number one and I'm also subject number two. But it can be about other person. I can say, for example, that I make a wish about my wife. So I said, I wish my wife, right? I am the person who is wishing, but my wish is about my wife, right? So that's one possibility. And then when we present the wish, we have three different possibilities. The first one is presented the verb in past. All the other two, it's with the modal verbs, could or would, that are the modal verbs for the subjunctive in the present, right? So you said, I wish my wife had more free time. Yes? Verb in past. That's one possibility. I'm using the verb in past, but the wish is actually not in past. It's actually in the present. But it's an unreal situation. So that's why we use the verb in past. That's one possibility. Or if I don't want to use the verb in past, I can do exactly the same, but using a modal verb and the verb infinitive. So I would say, I wish my wife would have more time, more free time. Or I wish my wife could have more free time, right? So when we have wishes about the present, yeah. When Nicolas was talking about in the chat, I would change my past for life lessons because I didn't know my preference in the study or the relationship with it. Okay, good. So Nico was also changing the past. No, good. So in this case, when we describe these wishes about the present, we can do it with any of these three actions, or any of these three options. Sorry. And at the beginning, normally I use this expression, I wish, and the person, or I can also include the expression if only, and then the subject. Any idea what is the meaning of if only?
Si solo
Si tan
o
solo
si
o si solo.
únicamente.
Exactly, muy bien, Lau. Good. So, in this case, my dear guys, both actions are going to be fine. The first one, it's just like a wish that you present. The second one, it's something that you wish because there is a consequence implied. For example, if only my wife had more free time, comma, we would spend that time together. No, The expression if only, it's because there is an implicit consequence, but it's not always express that consequence. So I can say the consequence can be just obvious. So, for example, if I say, if only my wife had more free time, it is not always necessary to express what is the consequence of that. Sometimes it is understood. But if I want to express it, of course I can do it. If only my wife had more free time, comma, I would or we would spend more time together, right? So we have all those options for describing wishes in the present, right? Guys, questions on that part, difficulties, problems, anything?
No, teacher, no, no.
So fine. Yes. Jennifer, how do you feel?
No, teacher, for the moment.
Okay, very good. That's it. Ready, very good. So that's when we present wishes of the present, right? Now, guys, I'm going to ask you something. If you want to, or if you had the opportunity to change something right now, something of the present, what would you like to change in this moment? Maybe your job, maybe your house, maybe your apartment, maybe your schedule. What do you think?
Teacher, I don't listen. I don't listen
The
in.
question?
Repeat, repeat the question or.
Don't worry. What would you like to change from your life, but now in the present? Is there something that you would like to change? A new job, more time, more money, a better motorcycle? I don't know. What would you like to change right now from your life?
For example, I wish I were good at maths.
Okay, very good. So I wish I were good at math for helping your kid
Yes.
with homework now.
No, nowadays you need maths for jobs, for everything,
Mm-hmm.
for yourself.
For yourself, true. Okay, very
Mm-hmm.
good, Lau. Excellent. Anybody else? Something that you would like to change from your present?
No, not a specific thing, but I wish I had more time and in my hobbies.
For my hobbies.
My hobbies.
Good, excellent. That's right. Uh-huh. Jennifer, what about you, dear? What would you like to change now?
Teacher, I wish um, the verb simple past, yes?
You have
Is
three
it?
three options, or the very simple past, or with modal verb and infinitive. You could use could or would, and then the verb infinitive. That's other alternative.
I wish uh, would have my hair longer because
Okay, I cut it.
I cut it.
Very good. So I wish I would have my hair longer because I could it. That's it, right? Muy bien. That's great. Excellent, right? Mr. Camilo, are you home yet? I still think I think he's still on the way, no? I think he's still on the way to his house. No yet, teacher. Okay, tranquilo, Camilo, no problem. No te preocupes. Don't worry. So that's something that we want to change in the past, right? For example, if I want to say, desearía que Camilo estuviera en la casa, so I wish Camilo were at home, right? It's a wish about the present, but we don't express it with the present because it's something unreal. So that's why we use it in past, right? But I think it's everything okay. Remember that when we have the expression if only, it's very common that we are going to introduce some expressions there for talking about a consequence, explicit or implicit. For example, if Camilo were at home, comma, I would ask him some questions, or he would be able to answer, or he could answer to the questions orally. No, that's it, right? So, muy bien, very good. Now, when we work about the wishes of the past, as we did it before at the beginning of the class, We had the same expression, no? If only, and I wish I, or she wishes we, or whatever, no? So the expression with wish or the expression with if only. And then the three options are going to be a little bit different, similar to the ones in the third conditional. One possibility is to use the past perfect, had and the verb past participle, as we did at the beginning. I wish I hadn't fought with my aunt. I wish I hadn't lost my dad. I wish I had paid more attention. That's the most common way. But also we have the possibility to do it with the modal verbs, but are the modal verbs in past. So it's going to have the possibility, but including would have or could have, and then the verb in past participle, right? Those are the other two alternatives that we have. Example, the last week, I was very sick, very, very sick, yes. And I couldn't go out, and I had a terrible week, yes. So in that case, I said, "Ah, if only, if only oh my God, sorry, if only I wouldn't, if only I wouldn't have been so sick, yes, I would have, I don't know, I would have worked more. I don't know. I am kind of lucky I forgot now, creativity today. Sorry. So if only I wouldn't have been so sick the last week, I would have worked a little bit more. No. So in that case, then we have the consequence, the hypothetical consequence, because it is actually not real, but in the past. So I said, okay. Or if only I had not been so sick before, I would have worked more. Hmm? So in this case, guys, it's exactly the same as the previous one, but the structures of the concept of the wishes are going to change. Past perfect in one case, or could have or would have plus the very past participle on the other case. Ready? So it's kind of easier, just a little bit confusing because you have to use past perfect. So it's a little bit confusing, but I think that you will get it fine, right? Questions about here, guys, of this second expression, or how do you feel about it?
No, teacher is clear.
Clear? Yes,
Yeah, it's clear.
very good. So think on one childhood trauma. Childhood trauma, right? Bueno, something not that serious, just something that we consider that it was a bad experience in our childhood, right? For example, one day I was in the kindergarten and my father forgot to pick me up. So I had to go with the kitchen lady to her house, right? And that created on me a several deep feeling of abandonment, right? So I wish my father, mentiras, because the problem was not me. I wish my father hadn't forgotten about me that day. No, so that's something that I always wish because that created like horrible feelings. No, like when you feel that everybody there all the time they are going to abandon you. And I was a very scared child, so it was very ugly for me. So I wish my father hadn't forgotten about me. No, what about you? Something that you wish hadn't suffered or hadn't passed or hadn't happened in your childhood. Can be real, can be invented. Don't worry. What do you think?
I have a one.
Tell me why.
I wish my mom hadn't forgotten put on me underwear.
Oh my God. Okay.
One.
For
Yeah.
the kindergarten or for school?
No, for the kindergarten.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But what happened?
Once.
Did you have a problem because of that?
The teacher called her
Hmm.
and she picked me up later.
Okay, okay, very good. Was a very big mistake.
Immediately.
Immediately, of course.
Yeah. But yes, it
Oh my
happened.
God. Okay, very good. So I wish my mother hadn't forgotten to put me on underwear. Very good.
Put me on?
Yeah,
Yeah, put.
put underwear on me. That's both are fine.
Okay, put.
Good. Very good. What about Jennifer, Nicholas, Cami, that I think that you arrived already at home. So something from your childhood that you think it was horrible. Nicholas?
It's not horrible, it's only remembers.
A memory.
I wish I had a memory, sorry. I wish I had taken better care of my childhood toys to have memories.
What did you do with your toys?
Maybe destroyed.
Hmm.
I don't remember. I don't have the present any toys. Only in photos. I
Oh,
remember a lot of toys that I played with that.
oh my God. So you were what we call creative handies, right? You were.
Yes, I enjoy a lot of my toys.
But your toys didn't enjoy that the software. Oh my God. Bueno, Nico, thank you so much. Jennifer, what about you, my dear? Is there anything that you would like to share? No. Well, I think she's maybe having troubles. Camilo, are you home yet? I think so. Or not yet. I don't know.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, my
Yes,
friend.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Teacher, please repeat me the question.
Oh, sure, sure. We are working on difficult situations of your childhood or things that you would like to change from your childhood. So they were saying, for example, different hilarious, funny moments of our childhood. I was sharing with you that, for example, my father forgot me at in the kindergarten once. So I am saying like, I wish my father hadn't forgotten about me that time, but it's just something of the past. It's a past situation.
Okay, teacher. In my case, I think in the past, so in my childhood, when I um, arrived to the school the first time or the first week. I was very is no is afraid.
Afraid or
Be,
scared? Fine.
yeah, because I don't know to anybody.
I didn't know.
So yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
true. So yeah, it's difficult, but I could know the teacher in their classroom, and he um, he support me in the path to the class and
Mhm.
the different lesson to learn during this week and in this stage.
Okay, okay. So, but what is what you wish? ¿Qué es lo que desearías no haber pasado o haber hecho? No sé. ¿Cómo desearías no haber estado tan asustado? ¿Desearías
In
haber
in
conocido más gente? I don't know.
in my childhood.
Ujú, en ese momento del aprender.
Okay, okay, okay. I wish. Mm, 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 mm. I wish I were less Shy?
Good, muy bien. But in that case, we're talking about the past. Si dijeras, I wish I
Ah,
were
yeah.
less shy, sería para ahora. Entonces, in that case, I wish I...
Shite?
No, shy es el adjetivo, solo que tenemos que cambiarse el word. And then we use past
O-
perfect. Sería, I wish I had been, desearía haber
Okay.
sido. Yes, and I wish I had been
Okay.
less shy.
Okay, teacher.
Muy bien, very good, nice.
Yes.
Mhm. Listo, Cami. Thank you so much. Very good. So, in this case, guys, well, you can see that the subjunctive, in this case, for unreal situations, it can be used for the present or for the past. Can be a little bit confusing because in the present we use the past and in the past we use the past perfect, but that's the way, yes? And that's the way in which we said if I were, if I had been, no? And that's how we use it for the second conditional, for the third conditional, but also talking about wishes and hypothetical conditions or situations, also using expressions like if only, right? Now, of course, all of this is unreal, but and when we have unrealistic situations, we can use wishes, desires, if only, all the conditionals, right? But when we work with the conditionals, we're going to have other expressions possible. Remember that if is not the only one, no? So we can use it with if only, no, sorry, only if. Here there's a mistake, it's the opposite way. Only if only, ya lo acabamos de ver, que sí tan solo, but also we have only if, what, that it's not the same, no es lo mismo. What is the meaning of only if, guys?
Solo sí.
Solo sí.
Solo sí, muy bien, very good. It's different, no? So in that case, it's a replacement for if, in which we are talking about exclusive consequence, no? So this is going to be real only if the other situation is real. Other ways is not going to be real. Even if that's something similar but a little bit different because it's actually of irrelevance. I said that one thing is going to happen, is going to happen or would happen, even if the other thing happens or not. Yes, like independently of the other situation, the condition, the consequence is going to be real. And unless it's an exception. No, so it says that one thing is going to happen unless one situation happens, right? So all of them can be used with second conditional, that it would be would or past simple, but also with third conditional, would have and the past perfect. No, so I could say, for example, that I wouldn't I wouldn't have suffered so much unless I had been less shy, as Camilo said, right? So I wouldn't have suffered so much unless I had been less shy. No, mentiras. Yes, I wouldn't have suffered so much, right? Or if it's something for the present, in this case, I'm talking about the past, so that's why I'm using would have and had been, third conditional. But if I want to express something in the present, well, we use the second condition, Like, for example, it would be, I would, I would have more time for myself, ¿cierto? Only if I quit my job, right? Sorry, aquí no hay coma. Sorry, there is no coma here. This is going to be, I would have more time for myself only if I quitted my job. Would have, and that's it, ¿cierto? Would, y el verbo en infinitivo normal, and then if, or only if, and then the verb in past, because it's second condition, So these expressions, only if, even if, only if, I wish, they're going to be using the subjunctive. So if it's something real unrealistic or imaginary about the present, we use the past. But if it's something unrealistic about the past, we use the past perfect. And in case of the modal verbs, for the present we use would or could, and that's it. For the past we use would have or could have, and then another verb. In this case, for example, is would have suffered or could have suffered. Yes. In the case of the third conditional, o sea, in hypothetical situations about the past. Okay. Questions over there? Difficulties in that part?
No, teacher, maybe more examples.
Maybe more examples. Okay, very good.
Teacher, could you please tell me what is the difference between whether and if?
Whether it's similar to even if. Let me just make an example here. Wait. Even if and whether or not they express irrelevance from the consequence to the cause. For example, I said, I have to work every day, even if I am sick, right? So in that case, I'm saying that it doesn't matter if I am sick or not, I have to work. With whether, I am going to do something very similar. Yes, I said whether, oh my God, whether I am sick or not, comma, I have to work every day. The condition doesn't matter for the consequence. The consequence is going to happen anyway. So whether or not, and it can be just whether I'm sick, I have to work every day. Or completely, it would be whether I'm sick or not. Or even it could be whether or not I am sick, I have to work every day. But it's
Or
exactly the
if
same
I
as
am
even if. No?
or if I am sick or not, I have to work every day.
Yes,
No.
but if solito no expresa como esa irrelevancia, porque digamos cuando digo even if es como incluso sí, es decir, que esa condición no afecta a la consecuencia. Cuando si yo digo solamente sí, tal cosa, solo if, no es la misma, no es el mismo sentido que usar incluso sí. Cuando digo si estoy enfermo, tengo que
Mm,
trabajar, es como que en esa condición tendría que trabajar, pero cuando yo digo incluso sí, significa que no importa esa condición, la consecuencia va a ser real. Con whether or not es lo mismo.
listo, listo.
Ujú.
Gracias, ya entendí.
Ok, great. Bueno, muy bien. Any other question, difficulties there?
No, teacher, it's clear.
Oh, fine. Listo, very good, guys. So we are having here some questions, unrealistic questions, of course. I'm going to read it. No, but you're going to help me to read it, and you have to choose one and answer. Ready? So, Nico, help me with the first question. Just read it.
What will it take for you to commit a crime?
Good. We have the expression here. What would it take for you to take for somebody to something? It's like, qué se necesitaría para que tú? Entonces, what would it take for you to commit a crime? Question number one. Camilo, question number two.
Okay, teacher. What would it take for you to leave your current life behind?
Very good. So, what would it take? What would be necessary for you to leave your current life behind? What is the meaning of your current life?
Estudia
No
actual.
more.
Vida actual.
Be actual. Very good. Excellent. Right. Number three, Labo.
What would you do only if you were broken?
So, the question is one action that you would do only if you were broken, only in the case that you were broken with no money. Muy bien. Jennifer, number four, dear.
What is something you do even if you don't want it, only for social pressure?
Good. This question, as well, the previous one, you have seen that they have been with would, most of them. So it says, what would it take? What would it take? Yes. What would you do? So they are unrealistic. But here it's what is something that you do? So even if you don't want it, it's first conditional. So it's something that it's real, something that is not imaginary. It's something real. But also we can use it with only for or only if for social pressure. Ready? So what is something that you do even if you don't want it, only for social pressure, right? And the last one says, what would you never do unless it were an emergency? Something that you will never do except if or unless is the same as except if unless it were an emergency. So guys, from the five questions, select one and help me to give it an answer. For example, I'm going to help you with an example of the last question. It says, what would you never do unless it were an emergency? I said that I will never steal a car, sorry, steal a car or motorcycle, steal a vehicle. Yes, unless it were an emergency, right? I would never steal a vehicle unless it were an emergency, right? So choose, you can use also this one if you want, but select one of the five questions, only one, and give it an answer to the question. What do you think?
Teacher,
Yes.
works like that. For example, I would never entry entry or into um, a woman's room unless it were very necessary for my mother or the other person.
Okay, okay, got it. Yes, got it, got it. Been there. Yes, I have been there. Once I was in an emergency and the men's bathroom was locked, so I had to enter to the women's
Yeah,
bathroom.
yeah.
Hmm.
Good example. Yeah.
Good, excellent, Cami. That was exactly the same. Yes, exactly. So you would never do that unless it were an emergency for your mom or something like that. Very good. What other?
Eh,
Again?
Teacher, I want to ask, answer the last question.
Go ahead.
I will never
Hmm.
swim swimming in a pool unless it's to save a loved one who's drowning.
Okay, very good. So, but in
Okay.
that case, it's an unrealistic situation, Jen. So you said, I would never swim in a pool unless it were to save a loved one who's drowning. Yes, but it were, because it's unrealistic. Si decimos it is, it's because it's something real. But it's not real because it's nobody is dying in this moment. So it said, I would never do that unless it were an emergency or unless it were for saving a loved one. Ready? But in past. Okay, Ian? Yes.
Okay, teacher.
Pero sí te quiero claro por qué. Yes. Kind of.
Um,
Más o menos.
eh, teacher, ¿qué dijo? Es que ese momentico se fue la señal.
Tranquila, no te preocupes. El ejemplo que me dice estaba bien, solo que dijiste como I will never swim in a pool unless it is for saving a person. Pero no es it is, sino it were. Porque si decimos it is es para algo que es real, pero en este momento pues tú estabas hablando de algo hipotético. Entonces, a menos que fuera para salvar. Entonces, a menos, unless it were to save a person. Ready?
Ah, okay, teacher. I need to more practice that.
Yeah, exactly. No problem. Listo, very good. Loud.
Mm, okay. I choose the second one.
Mhm.
I will say a random answer, okay?
Okay.
I would have won the lottery to leave my current life behind.
Very good. I would have to. to win. Bueno, en ese caso si hicimos I would have to, ya el verbo estaría normal. So sorry. I would have to win. Tendría que ganar la lotería. Yes, I would have to win the lottery to leave
Mm.
my current life behind. Ok, muy bien. Very good, Lau.
Okay. In present, the verb in present.
Y es por lo que está después del to, que va a ir en infinitivo, right?
Okay.
Also,
Okay.
you could say, for example, otra posibilidad sería como, if I won the lottery, en ese caso, if I won the lottery, I would leave my current life behind. That's the way that is the most common, right? Pero la que querías hacer también se puede hacer. I would have to, o sea, tendría que ganarme la lotería para tal cosa. So, I would have to win the lottery to leave my current life behind. Es otra posibilidad, ¿vale? It's the same.
Okay.
Ujú. Muy bien, Nico.
I choose the same, and I will have to get a new better job in another country, maybe.
To leave your current life behind, ¿cierto? Right?
Yes.
Yeah, very good, good. So, guys, in that case, these questions are kind of moral dilemmas that we present. And, well, most of them were in the present, yeah, but some of them we are realistic, others no. The ones that were realistic, for example, this one, what is something that you do even if you don't want it, that it's realistic. That way, it's not going to be using the subjunctive because it's something real. So we use the simple present normally, right? What is something that you do even if you don't want? Simple present, right? But on the other ones that were unrealistic, that were hypothetical situations, there is where I want to use the subjunctive. No? So what would it take for you? What would it take? What would you do if you were broken? What would you do unless it were an emergency? So the subjunctive is really important, but it can be used in the present or in the past, as I said before, depending. If it's the present, we use the past for describing hypothetical situations in the present, and the past perfect for describing hypothetical situations pero in the past. So that's why it can be a little bit confusing, but I think you got it right. Ready? Guys, that's all for today. The next week is going to be our last week of Intermediate 2. Ready? La otra semana tenemos la última clasecita de Intermedio 2. Creo que es una sola clase, I think so. Creo que sí. So, la semana 8, ¿listo? Entonces recuerden que después de la semana 8 vamos a tener checkpoint 7 y 8 y luego checkpoint final y luego encuesta de satisfacción para que los puedan incluir en avanzado, ¿vale? La primera semana de avanzado son dos clases, o sea, 1.1 y 1.2, pero las voy a dejar, o sea, la semana del 15, ¿cierto? Pero jueves y viernes. ¿Para qué? Para que tengan todos los primeros 3 días de la semana para completar todo eso de checkpoint final 8, checkpoint final, checkpoint 7 y 8, que les quede más tiempito para entregar todas esas actividades, porque yo sé que puede ser un poquito largo el final del nivel. ¿Listo? Entonces, esto es para que tengan en cuenta, se me acomoden con el tiempo, calculen sus tiempos bien chévere y no tengan problema para finalizar este nivel, ¿vale? ¿Listo? Ready,
Okay.
guys?
Okay, teacher.
Listo, bueno.
Okay, teacher.
No problem. Entonces, nos vemos la próxima semana. La próxima semana creo que nos vemos el jueves también. So, pero las clases ya están listas para que las programen. Creo que es el viernes o el jueves. El viernes, creo. I think so. So, guys, see you next week. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful weekend. And thank you for being here, for the participation. And good luck in your new jobs. Que me les vaya muy bien en esos nuevos trabajos.
Thank you, teacher.
Thanks to you for coming.
See you on
Ciao,
Thursday.
guys. Exactly.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye,
Thank
Nico.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye,
Good
Cami.
night.
See you, my friend.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye, Jen.
Bye.
Bye, bye.